Hello everybody. Welcome to English 1A. And I have two sections. Oh, there's my camera. I didn't even know. I have two sections. English 1A 25323 and English 1A 30519. You won't see 30519 even if you're in that class because you'll see 25323. One is cross-listed into the other. As long as you see that when you go into Canvas, there's an English 1A class, don't worry. Now, let's say you have trouble getting into it. And this is part of what teachers do, right? Tell you about the class. So I thought I would do I think this is called Screencast-O-Matic film, and send it to you. I Googled the words Fresno City College using Canvas or accessing Canvas, and I came upon this page, as you can see right here. There are instructions. Exactly how I got here, I tried to go back to Fresno City College website and find it myself. I see that it came through using Canvas, distance learning, if you're looking at my cursor, academics, home, I'm going backwards, so I'm not really sure. Each time I go back to Fresno City College website, I find a different way to get to various things. So it's good. It's worth exploring that with you and showing you. All right. Some people have trouble getting into the course. They know they have the course, but they don't know how to get into it. That's not my problem. But I'm here to help you try and figure it out. What I would do in that case is Google the number for tech support. And I put that in my Canvas, but that doesn't matter if you can't get into it, does it? So you're going to go to my portal, and you're going to have your student email address and your passcode, which in the beginning, if you don't have one, is going to be something related to your birthday. Okay, so it's going to look like this. If you do not know your password and need assistance, here's the number, 559-499-6070. Okay. So that's something that you need to be able to do, and you can do it over the phone if you live in Arizona or Libya or God knows where, because people take distance learning because they sometimes are not in Fresno. I hope if you are in Fresno, you come into the Writing and Reading Center where I'd love to meet you and I can help. Okay, notice at the bottom here it says Learning to Use Canvas. Who Knew It is a new feature at Fresno City College website, and it's got 100 video tutorials on how to use Canvas. So that could be good for all of us. Who Knew It? Online Learning Framework. So you see, you can just go through here and take the videos. We'll go to Who Knew It. Okay, how do I find it? Am I not on it? I thought I was on it. I'm already 3 minutes in. Okay, so all kinds of things to watch if you're interested in. You can just click on the arrow. I think this might be addressing me as a teacher. So for you, it will address you as a student. I want to go to my class now. So I'm going to turn these off and go over to the class. I'm in student view in the class. All right, I want to point these things out to you. What do you look at when you're trying to figure out what to do? Well, the calendar, which is over on the left-hand side, will give you an idea of deadlines. I realized that in the first week, it's almost like we're calibrating, because those of you who are interested in getting things done quickly will do so. But notice I don't have any deadlines in the first week. And that's because I frequently get new students in the second week. So it's an opportunity for those of you who want to work and get stuff done to jump ahead, because everything's open for you. The readings, the quizzes, I've sort of staggered them as best I can. And that brings me to what people sometimes complain about me, which is postponing deadlines. I only postpone deadlines when students beg me and say, oh, I had no idea, it closed, please reopen it. And if I go onto my gradebook and I see that enough people haven't actually done it, there's no point in opening it just for 15 people or 25 people, I might as well extend the deadline for all those people and hope that you'll notice or email you. Again, running after students and telling them, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. This is not DoorDash. This is an online class. So I do as much as I go beyond what I'm paid to do, particularly because I'm an adjunct, so that's definitely true. But I might not be able to remind you about everything because there's just so many people and so many things to remind you of. So that is the calendar. And that gives you one way to see when deadlines are. Okay, I'm going to go back to the class access. I'm the student, so I can't do that. So let's see, I go to the courses. All courses. I want English 1A. Here we go. And yes, that means you if you are in 30519. All right, so here on home, I made my home page the modules. And modules are not going to have announcements. I'm going to try and be sure that everything else is there. Some of these things that I've left on the left-hand side, I don't actually use. So I can talk about that in a second. But the things that I've got right now, like I thought, I love the library. I want you to use it, so I put a video up. Go back. Jacobus's Introduction to Critical Reading. Okay, that brings me to the class textbook, which is the 10th edition of A World of Ideas. Editor is Lee Jacobus. And there's only 4 points because there's only 3 or 4 questions. But I wanted you to read something. So if I open that, find out it's a quiz, read Writing About Ideas, pages 11 to 16, stopping at questioning Freud and creating a thesis statement on page 22, and stopped. Okay, I have to edit that. At the end of page 40 in the 10th edition of A World of Ideas. We all make mistakes. I will fix that. Then read a sample essay starting on page 44 in the 10th edition, ending page 47. Why? Because it's helpful. That's why. And to prove that you did it, there's 4 points to earn. Okay, I'll go back to the next thing. Right, so that was the Jacobus. It's a quiz. And when you see the little, that will tell you it's a quiz. It's like a rocket ship. So I don't know how rocket ships are quizzes, but I guess they are. This, Aristotle, Democracy and Oligarchy, and Alexis de Tocqueville, Government by Democracy in America. That's my new shift. I'm moving away from what I had last few semesters, simply because I need to stimulate my mind or it's not fun. So I think that it's quite apropos to what's going on at the moment. Our democracy has shifted in form. Alexis de Tocqueville's writing, which is, again, In a World of Ideas, is really interesting because he was a Frenchman who visited the USA, and he was quite blown away by the achievement of democracy such as it existed in the USA. And as you know, France established its own very bloody republic with the French Revolution. So the French have always been interested in republics and democracy. So it's interesting to compare not just then, but what he says about it with what we know about it now. And Aristotle talks about basically the 5 different types of democracy. I guess by his definition, we might be in one of them. See if you agree with me. And then oligarchy, in which I also gave you a video. I might have to give you a quiz on that video to make sure you watch it. And this is what you're going to see. Now, discussion means that you're going to have questions and you're going to answer them. So this is a short video. It's like 8 minutes. That I love the School of Life. They make really cute, almost Monty Python style videos about interesting things that we're learning about. And then this one, which is done by Al Jazeera, The Rise of the Oligarchs. And you would think it's in Russia, but it's not. It's in the USA. All right, and after that, you're going to go to the questions for critical reading on page, after you, let's see, evidence, okay, answer the questions for critical reading found on page 82. After these 7 questions, respond to 2 other people disagreeing with 1. And later, for your paper, you are welcome to use this video. So whether I make a quiz depends on how well I manage my time. It is very informative. Okay, going back to home. Right? Now this is a page. How to write a 5-paragraph essay. And instead of you not knowing and being confused, you can look at it. And it's got information that I composed. I will fix those other mistakes with a few or a couple of videos. Okay, and then I went into the submission of your essays. So you're going to be reading 2 other people's. Oh, and I just remembered I have only 15 minutes on here, on this recording. And how far is it? I am not sure. I might have to make more than one, but then I'll send you the second one after I'm done with this one. Anyway, I can't see how many minutes I've already used up. So you're going to have to read 2 other students' essays, and on the first draft and the second draft. So I gave you some ideas of things that are good things and bad things to say back to them. And you might say, well, I'm not the teacher. Why should I say anything? You can say if something doesn't make sense, you don't understand what they're saying, that's useful. I give you more tips how to come up with ideas when developing your first draft. There's cluster process. It's going to be really up to you and what works for you. Outlines. I'm big on outlines. I don't force you to show me that you've done it, but I'm very big on outlines. Okay, I'm not done yet. I want to point out to you, if I go back to the home, you see all this stuff, but what you don't see, which you should be clicking on, you should click on everything in the module just to look at it, except the quizzes. Usually I let you take them as many times as you want. If you need another shot at it, I can open it for you. Just email me. But announcements you will not see in the module. So for announcements, that's where I've put other things that I think are important for you, and I will probably be adding to them. So an online course depends upon you, the student, clicking on everything and not leaving things unread. How to communicate with me, not get dropped, and the late work policy. And I even demonstrated on the bottom in a screenshot how other students have managed to upload their entire final draft along with proof of tutorial edit. So I think I'm going to end for the moment this video taping. No, I think it ended by itself.